What's up, traders? What's up, my good people? Welcome back to another episode and another edition of our weekly review and forecast. How are we all doing? How was our trading week last week? How are we doing? How is trading? How is life? How is everything? Trust everything is going great, and without further ado, we'll just go right into the video. So if you are new, this is Speed Factory FX. Go ahead and subscribe, turn on your notification bell so that you can get notified every single week as we sit around like this to analyze the charts together and to make informed decisions together. Here in this channel, I bring to you very classified trading informations that you are not going to find anywhere on YouTube, possibly. I mean, the kind of information that you won't get for free. Some people have this same information but they are selling it, okay, but here you are going to get them all for free. So if that sounds good to you and you like it already, stay tuned as we begin. See you on after the intro and disclaimer. Alright guys, welcome back once again. So let's just go right into some of the pay that we are actually hoping to wash out for this particular week. I sincerely apologize. For the past 2 weeks I've not been able to post the video or to make a review or to give us some inch or focus of what the market will be actually doing in the couple weeks. So I've not been able to do that. I sincerely apologize for that. That was because of some major engagement that I have that actually really takes a lot of my time, that I couldn't sit around to make videos for you guys. So I'm back and we are going to take a look at it together and to go on it very solid and understand what is actually going on these few weeks. All right, so we are not going to go ahead and review the past 2 weeks of trading that we've been missing out. I trust all of us, we've been doing good, and so far so good. We are on USD JPY right now, and it seems to be that USD JPY has actually been slow for some reasons, and after my findings, I've come to find out some of the key reasons why USD JPY has actually been consolidating or moving so slow for the past 2 weeks after this huge move. We all know what happened on this particular I think this was on the 30th of April, towards the ending of last month. And so something like this happened. I think an interest rate or something happened, and this totally shifts the Chinese or the yen. It actually affected the yen a whole lot because of the tariff that was decreased or something. That the interest rates that happened, the particular news we all know that happened during this during the 30th of April. So ever since we stepped into May, USD JPY actually has really been slow, and also US dollars has also been slow too, because of some geopolitical concerns and other factors that if you could remember with me, I think last 2 weeks we had a CPI news on USD. It was surprising to see that the market was not responding to it for any reason. The market was just standing stagnant, not moving, nothing. So many people were just actually hoping to see some great impact of that particular CPI. So on the inside, I would say that the US dollars is currently struggling with some, is currently struggling, and as well as JPY. So it's really been, you know, for me personally, I've really been stressed out because this is one of my favorite pay, and I trade JPY a lot. USD JPY, this particular pay is my most traded pay. And so so for the past 2 weeks, you know, my own trading has actually been slow, and I also, because of this, I've also discovered other pays that are really interesting. I've fallen in love a whole lot more with USD CAD, as well as GBP, JPY, and the rest of them that I actually trade. So but I missed JPY a lot. So possibly maybe this week would be a little bit different, or maybe the market is going to awaken a little bit on USD JPY. So but on what we have here, I won't go too further to talk so much. I'm just going to look at the recent reactions of price so far. We see price broken our trend line to the upside, so we are either expecting price to continue on a bullish direction, or maybe grab some liquidity somewhere and push backward or something like that. And so the reason why I think I would just want to point this out, let's check some, let's go ahead from a higher time frame on our daily chart. So on our daily chart, we've seen price, you know, making some great move. So if I should say that price has not changed direction yet, I mean fully, I have a great point of saying that. So my reason is because price created an impulsive move, and excuse me, so price created an impulsive move to the upside, and, you know, push back to this zone. So now price has created higher highs and higher low, right? And now it's been concentrating on this particular zone and pushed to the up again, and now it breaks structure to the downside, and now it went back up again, still broke the structure that was not supposed to be broken. Maybe it was supposed to do something like this, but it didn't. Now it's still, the hope for price to continue to the upside is somehow, you know, very, very intensively looking, okay? But I cannot say, I'm just doing this for us to see the direction of the price. So price has been in an uptrend for a while, and that has been great, and you can see some structure that price has already created, you know, pushing back to the downside, and also creating a resistance zone that has not been broken for, like, you know, 2 or 3 consecutive time. And now it finally broke the downside and still come back again to the upside. Why? Because this impact was just it was just the fundamental impact that came into market, not basically some technical you know, impacts. It was just the news that happened that pushed price this much to the downside. So are we to say that price was in a downtrend? For me, I think when I talk about my videos coming up about market structures, and most especially market structures, I talk about major zones on that particular video. It is going to explain a lot more of what I'm saying right now. So as soon as the video drops, you guys are going to find it interesting. So I see this to be my major swing low and my major swing high, this particular one. So I don't technically take this, all right, I don't technically take this, right, to be my swing area, like my major swing low, okay? And beside, this was just a single candle to the downside, so this would not be my major swing low at all. So this is my swing low and this is my swing high. Price has not yet broken my swing low, it has not yet broken my swing high, it's just pushing down. As long as price is, whatsoever price is doing here, okay, let me put some markings and show us something. As soon as price is in this range, these two range right here, as soon as price is in this two range, okay, whatsoever price is doing here, whatsoever price is doing here, right, it's none of my business. It's none of my business, honestly, guys. So whatsoever price is doing here is none of my business. So we are still in an uptrend. That I want us to get first, okay, before we move to the lower time frame and find some clarity as well. So let's go to the lower time frame, guys. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame, and let's see how it looks. So on the 4-hour time frame, which is actually my the time frame I do my analysis, so I've put my trend line already, and price has broken that trend line. So because the reason why I didn't take any trade on this was because I was feeling like price is not really having momentum. Number one, there was no momentum in the market, and I was afraid of, you know, the uncertainty, like something different to happen. But as soon as this price started having momentum, we are going to buy USD/JPY. So I would predict USD/JPY to be in a buy until we have a full confirmation for that, actually. And so we can see my number one criteria has been met. Price has broken my trend line. That is my number one criteria. And second, this zone that I was hoping to, you know, this was my I see this to be my liquidity zone. But what happened? Price just broke it like nothing happened at all. It's still going up. Maybe this is going to respect this particular one as the liquidity zone. This particular one, you might respect this one, you might respect this one, it might respect this one, or it might respect this particular one up here. All right, so the two is what we are hoping for. If price could respect this one or respect this one, then we can still hope for price to push down. But I will tell you guys for a fact that price would continue to the upside, that this consolidation that has been happening for weeks is not actually going to push price back down. Okay, if price was to come down, price wouldn't leave this particular zone. The reason for price leaving this zone is to, you know, to set, I mean, it's actually putting some clarity that, you know, this is not going to be like the trend change that we are actually expecting. Because if price has pushed down and maybe retested here as we all thought it would be, and this push to the downside, maybe something like this, when it gets to this level, then it continues to the downside, or even when it gets back to this same zone, it continues to the downside, then I would say price is going to continue to the downside. But as price has broken this structure, I'm not hoping for a downtrend anymore, rather hoping for an uptrend. So our hopes on USD/JPY this week is a uptrend. So we are going to look at that. Stay tuned on our Discord group for more information on USD/JPY. So we move to GBP USD. So I've fallen so much in love with USD/JPY, so much. So let's go ahead and do the same thing to the daily time frame. Okay, so on the daily charts, we can see price, you know, okay, price is okay, so I'm just looking at, okay, let's look at the current price actually. So on the current price is in an uptrend. All right, the reason for that, okay, definitely not. Okay, so here is what we have. Price is pushing up. All right, let's see, this was the swing low and this is the swing high. Create another swing low and create another swing high, and then came all the way down and breaks this particular zone, and, you know, started going back up a little bit to this zone. All right, so that is what we have on USD, on GBP USD. So that is the structure of USD/JPY, right? So in this case, price, as I agree with this one to be a break of structure. I mean, a break of structure, not a change of trend actually, right? This is a break of structure, not a change of trend. anyways, the video that is coming on is going to explain these two things very much in details. There is a difference between a break of structure and a trend change. A break of structure or a market structure shifts, and actually, a trend change, something like that. So there are differences between all of that. So that video is going to explain a lot more. So let's stay tuned for it. Maybe very soon is coming up. And let's take a look here. You see price creating highs and lows, and then came back to break the what I call maybe came back to break the structure or shift from the trend that he was before, because you agree with me that price was in an uptrend from here to here, right? And so, but he broke structure, and so is that a downtrend? Let's not say that yet. So let's go to the 4-hour chart and see some things more clearly. So that was a push, right, to the upside. So all right, so here we have the major zone. This is the major zone. This was the major push that pushed price to the upside, and price has been here in this zone, couldn't break this particular resistance zone, and then came back and break this previous support zone, and came back and retest, still continue to the downside. So price has already set some steps to the downward direction, and in this case we can also see price creating pushing all the way with a great momentum to the downside, and came back to retest here. And now the other thing is, price has retested this zone for like 3 times, and this is what I called liquidity and liquidity sweep. So liquidity has been taken here, and liquidity sweep also has been taken right here. If you can see, this was where price pushed. This was the first liquidity that price take in this particular area. Let me put some drawing tools so I can make more sense. So okay, price break, excuse me. So price break structure, price shifted rather, and create something like this, creates an impulsive move to the downside, and push back, creates a swing low, came back, and creates another swing low, and still do the same thing, and now is here on this particular zone. So what do we think is going to happen in this case? So here we can see this was the first liquidity sweep, which was on this zone, right? Price came back again, came back up to do what? To sweep the stop losses of some traders, because definitely as soon as price gets here with this wick and this candle formation, some traders will get into this market hoping for price to continue to the downside. But what price would definitely do would be for him to come back and sweep that liquidity. This is a liquidity zone, guys. So this was an equal high, right? This was an equal high which price came back to sweep, to take the liquidity that was here. Definitely many traders would be interested in this area. So that is the area of liquidity that I would also, there is a video in details that talks about this. So this is the area of interest. This is where most traders would want to put their position, and what price would do would be something like we are just seeing right now, pushing down, coming back again to take the stop losses of traders. You would think that price is going to continue to the downside, but that will not happen. As we can see, price came back again. This is the typical nature of BFI. Those major guys doing their stuff here. So they keep manipulating you, and you think that, oh, price is moving, and what happened? It came back, boom, take your stop loss, and then it continue to the downside. Definitely it's going to continue to the downside. So on GBP USD, I'm going to predict a sell on GBP USD. So if I should put a position, something like this, it's going to be let's say from this particular zone. I should be interested here, because I can see that when the market opens, something might still happen. Price might still want to push up a little bit So if we could put a stop here and just target this major swing, high that has pressed. Okay, so if we can just target here and just place our stops right there, or we can still push it a little bit downward to this particular zone, something like that. At least if price should push up, and then you can continue to the downside, or we can extend it above that particular zone. So that is 4:1 something. That seems nice. So that should be our focus for GBP USD. So we are not going to deliberate much on that. So we can also see a lot more clearer. Price has just been pushing some wick to the upside. It couldn't also break this. It's just going back to to take some positions that are already left up there. So on USD card, that one is not a big deal. On USD card, we can see the reason why I like to put it clear like this is because it gives us much clarity to see what price is actually doing. So on USD card, we can see price pushing up. This was my prediction for the past 3 weeks, and it's actually been slow. I don't know why, but price is actually coming to this supply zone, right? Price is coming to this supply zone, and that is what we are waiting for. We are already half the way to that particular zone, so we are still holding on this one. No complication. We are not talking anything about USD card today. USD card is still buying because it has broken major structures and still continue to the upside. The first criteria was met, which was price break our trend line, came back to retest that trend line. That was where we put our execution, and boom, price is still continuing to the upside. Now the equal high, which was actually where I thought to be our liquidity zone, price breaks it. So there is nothing. The price has become unstoppable at this point, from what we can see. So let's hope for price to continue in that motion. So that will be all for you USD card this week. So next week we are still buying USD card, and GBP JPY is kind of I don't even know if I should say similar to GBP USD, but I can only say because of the underlying economy factors and other stuff that is actually dragging the pay, like the currency JPY. I would say that we should just wait a lot more on this particular one, either for price to come to a major area, but I would also say that price is still in an uptrend on this particular one, because from the look of things, price has not really breaking any structure. I would take this to be a trend change. Actually, I would just say maybe a market structure shift, and so price has shifted from the previous direction, which is not actually so much maybe the full trend change or something. And as we can also see, this is my major swing low. I would also say this not to be my major swing low, but it will look like something major on the lower time frame. As we can see here, we can see it to be like a real major swing area, and so let's accept it to be a major swing low, and then price has broken it, came back to retest it like 2 times, and price is still in the position of retesting this zone. So let's still hope for resell, and if we should put our position, let's do something like this. So let's put our position something like this. Okay, so price would be, let's target this swing low here, and our stop should be somewhere up here. If we are lucky enough, then price will not have to come back again to that zone, maybe to sweep anything, liquidity or anything, because I just feel like price has already taken the liquidity it needs already. So let's hope for price to continue to the downside. But my problem now is price has broken my trend line here. Okay, so price has broken my trend line here. I would say that price might likely continue to the upside. So I will not encourage anybody to actually execute this trade live right now. So we just hold it on till the market opens. If anything happen that makes price to break this particular zone to the upside, then we will be open to buy instead of selling. But if price could respect this zone as it has already respected, like we can see here, this happens to be a shooting star, rather, yeah, maybe a doji or something. And now look at this momentum candle that just formed, creating a just signifying some some momentum to the downside. So if this hold, then we are going to sell, but if it doesn't, then we will hope to buy if price breaks this particular zone, because our number one criteria with our trend line strategy has been met, which price has broken our trend line, like we can see. So here on the bigger time frame, on the 4-hour charts where we do our analysis, price has broken our trend line, but not so much of coming back. Maybe if it should come back to retest our trend line, maybe it would make a lot more sense. But if it doesn't, if it breaks this zone, then I would consider buying instead of selling. But that is what I'm just forecasting right now. So let's stay tuned on our Discord group for more information on this one. So on Euro JPY, we still have something similar. I would say that Euro JPY is going to continue to the upside. So let's see it on the bigger time frame. Now here is what we have here. Okay, so let's see what will happen, guys. I won't talk too much about Euro JPY. I don't really have much to say about this right now. I don't want to say anything much about it. Okay, but what I can say is price has broken structure, price has shifted directional, and market structure shifts, like we can see as a core. Price has broken structure, and came back. Actually, what happened here is price came to just sweep liquidity, like we can see here, and now price is pushing up. Now price has broken our trend line. Our first criteria has been met. Now our second criteria has also been made on this one, okay, because it has came back to retest our trend line, right? It has retested our trend line. Now it's pushing up, and so let's hope to see what will happen next. That is why I keep saying let's stay tuned on our Discord group. It doesn't only finish on YouTube. There is a lot happening on Telegram too. So if you have not joined our Discord group yet, guys, go ahead and join. The link is on the description of this video, and it's for free. I mean, nobody's going to charge you anything. Being in a community that shares information that is contributing to your success as a trader, I mean, you should be excited to do that. I'm not going to ask you to pay anything. It's just for free, because it's just for your own good. If you like it, you go ahead and join and participate in what is happening there and take advantage of this market. If you want to take yourself out from that 95% of losers and become get into that 5% of people who are actually making money from this industry, you go ahead and do that really quick. So we can have a clear look of it. Price has broken a trend line, retested our trend line. Now is setting up to do what? Continue to the upside, and we can also see a double bottom being created here, and now we can also see another thing happening here, which is a huge momentum candle that broke all of this. Okay, so we can also see that a huge momentum candle that breaks even this particular zone to the upside. And before this happened, I know this happened as a result of the close of the market. So guys, what I'm going to do based on our strategy, because our criteria has been made, I'm going to take a long position here. I don't know what it's going to look like, but that is what I want to do. I just want to do something crazy. We are just forecasting. We should always be aware that these trades are not yet executed. These are just forecast, right? So we don't have anything to be afraid of, because okay, so let's just take price all the way into that zone. Okay, just here is fine. So that is what we have for Euro JPY. So I'll take a recap real quick. Euro JPY, we are selling, we are buying Euro JPY next week. That is our focus. Stay tuned on our Discord group for further confirmation and information as price opens, as the market opens rather. We are selling GBP JPY. Also, we are also hoping for either price to break this structure, and then we can buy Euro JPY, GBP JPY, but if price doesn't break this zone, then we'll keep to this by selling GBP JPY as price open. Let's stay tuned. These two trades are not 100% guaranteed, because the patterns we are having here is putting us onto prediction. Like, we can't really say this is the real prediction for this, and so just stay tuned for further information. Join our community, stay tuned on the Discord group. On USD card, we are still holding on our buy. On GBP USD, we are still hoping to sell GBP JPY. So this one, I would say you can go ahead and sell GBP USD, because it's definitely going to sell. I'm very certain on that one. And USD JPY, like we said, we are waiting for a breakout on this particular zone, because price has already broken this major structure here, and so this is going to be our area of interest, either for price to come back down or to just continue to the upside. We are waiting to see what will happen as the market opens. So guys, that will be all for next week, and we'll go ahead and take a look at our weekly outlets. Let's see what we have there. All right guys, so we are on our Forex factory. So let's take a look at some major events that will be happening next week rather. So we have, oh my goodness, we have some bank holidays and on Euro. So oh my god, what this is crazy. So there is a bank holiday on Monday, and also France bank holiday and German bank holiday. So it's going to definitely affect GBP and Euro all together. Also, oh my goodness, USD also is going to be on a bank holiday on Monday. So guys, Monday is not a trading day at all, so don't even attempt to trade on Monday, except for us that we are still holding on USD card. I would say let's leave it like that, but let's watch out for anything. Okay, so on Monday is not a trading day. That is coming from me. Okay, it's not a trading day, so don't risk anything on Monday. So on Tuesday, 26th of May, we don't really have much, but GBP is back and JPY is back, and USD2 is back. No more holidays, so we can anticipate for some trades on Tuesday, but there is no major events as we can speak, except this consumer confidence statistics that might be released 3 p.m. on the 3 p.m. That would be the North American session, or the New York session rather. And so on Wednesday we have some great events. We have CPI on AUD, CPI, and yeah, we have a lot of news on Wednesday, and we also have a speech coming from JPY2 on Wednesday. So possibly Wednesday would likely be a good trading day. Also on NZD official cash rate. Oh my goodness, this is going to be massive for those of us that trade New Zealand dollars. So this is going to be wow. So Wednesday would be volatile, because after all, I mean, regardless, it's going to affect some other pays that are not actually NZD, right? So but on NZD, it's going to be, I mean, a great day for those that trade New Zealand dollars. That will be on Wednesday 27th, and also for the 28th, like we can see, nothing really much. Okay, so we have some GDP on that is going to be on the New York session. So New York session is going to actually be price index would be coming up, and the quarter GDP statistics and reports also is going to be coming up as well. So that will be on Thursday. It's going to be a good trading day too. So guys, let's stick around, mostly around New York session, maybe as New York opens West African time 1 p.m. is going to be a volatile time for those of us from West Africa. So just stay around this time, and you're going to make some profit out from the market at that time, right? So on Friday we also have a JPY Tokyo CPI. Is that going to be impactful? We don't really know. That is on the 12:30 a.m. So how many people are going to stay awake? Most of us, mostly, especially for us here in Africa, that is midnight for us. So but if you actually want to make money in the middle of the night, you can stay awake to trade the Tokyo core CPI. And also unemployment rate still coming up on JPY. Wow, this is gonna be maybe some people need to stay awake and do this, right? And on we also have another on GBP a speech also coming up, and on CAD also GDP is still coming up. Statistics will be released on CAD. That would be 1:30 p.m. West African time. So this is how next week really looks like. That is how next week looks like. So let's stay tuned and see how it's going to play out for us. But let's mind ourselves that Monday is not a good trading day, although it might some markets might move, but I would advise us not to attempt to risk anything on Monday, because it looks like a very deadly day, right? It doesn't look good at all. I mean, all the major economic all the major economic sitting countries, currencies that really contributes a lot more volume to the forex markets at that particular day is all dead, right? Is USD is on bank holiday, GBP, euro, and it's not going to be a good trading day. Nobody needs to tell you that. You need to know it by yourself. So but you can feel free to trade. And so let's stay tuned on our Discord group, as we have a lot more coming up, and regarding this week, and also regarding the weeks that will come after. So guys, if you are loving this, go ahead and subscribe. This is Pip Factory FX. We do this every single week. Sit around with us every single week as we prepare for the next week. Don't forget that preparation is the key to some level of success, especially in the financial institution, in the financial industry. If you are not prepared, you might likely not really make you might likely not make most informed decision that you are supposed to make, at your fingertips. So now we are here preparing you. So also show us some support to subscribe, to like this video, and comment, share this video to traders that will be interested in this. Is totally for free, and you can join our Telegram community, or if you are interested in other services like mentorship, like courses, and any other thing, it's totally for free. The link also on the description of this video. You can also send me a direct message on WhatsApp if you are if you have some question that is triggering you, like maybe you have some things that you want someone to clarify for you, some things that feels complicated to you, just send me a WhatsApp DM. I will answer your question, or you comment on this video. Possibly I can make a video so that every other person can learn from that particular question too. So guys, thank you for tuning in today. I remain your admin Michael. See you on the next one. Bye.